Hello to the beautiful darkness. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm a bit hot, but I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for chatting to you again today. So, can you tell me roughly how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Oh, interesting. I mean, arguably always, um, but actually sharing material is much more recent. That is, I think I've only been sharing original songs for maybe 2 years, not very long. But I started writing when I was very little, like six. Um, so arguably always, but just, yeah, I didn't really do a lot with it until more recently.
So, what was it like going into the recording studio when you recorded your debut single called "Victim"?
Do you know, it's funny, I actually recorded The Narcissist first. So that was Victim. I was very overwhelmed because of the nature of what I was saying in the song. Um, like partway through the day, I went and just took a walk just around the block a little bit just to kind of clear my head a little bit. But first time in the studio, I was recording The Narcissist, and I was an absolute bag of nerves that time. I'm a lot calmer now. now I've done it a few times. But yeah, great experience there, and worked with some really cool people as well, which definitely helps.
So, can you tell me more about the single that released called "The Narcissist"?
The Narcissist.
Yeah.
So that was the previous single. So recorded that one first, but somehow didn't seem like a first single, so we set that aside for a minute. But that was a massive journey. That was probably the biggest journey from the time I started writing that song. I think it was 2017, and then I recorded it in, I think, was it 2022? Released it in 2024, but that was just massive because apart from the fact it was over several years, I started with this idea of hearing voices. I hear these voices. And from that point, because that hook just kind of stayed in my head for ages, and I just felt like I really needed to do something with that. But then exploring, okay, so what these voices say, they say I'm not strong, i.e., weak. Tell me I'm not good enough, and I'm always wrong. Why is that? Where does that come from? Oh, that reminds me of actually this. And then so I kind of realized where this had come from, and it was only actually in the studio. It was called Voices, that song originally, and it was in the studio that then we retitled it The Narcissist, because then it became apparent, what this was that I was actually singing about. And to start off with, I didn't even know. So yeah, massive journey that. And yeah, good song though. I like it. And it's good fun to play. I've only performed it live a few times actually since releasing it in October. um, but yeah, it's a good one to perform.
So, can you tell me more about your latest single, which released last Friday, called "She"?
Yes, it's a funny song. Funny, as not ha ha, but funny in the sense that so when I started sharing my original songs, and I learned to play guitar. I like to have long nails. I took these long nails off especially so I could play guitar, so that I could support myself, and I started going to open mics, and it was the first song that I wrote on guitar in a moment when I was really triggered, and I was in my kitchen, and I didn't really know what to do with myself. And I got my guitar out and I just played some chords, and this was just what came to me. And it's funny because it came to me so spontaneously, and I was so at that point worried about saying anything that wasn't nice. And there's a part of it where I was saying about sometimes I feel like it's like I'm living in hell. That to me at that point felt like a really big deal, and I was really scared to share it, so I almost didn't. But then I went to this open mic. There were some friends there, and I shared it, and there were two people who came up and gave me just particularly good feedback about it. And then when it came to doing the studio time, I was going to do another song in the studio called Walking Away, but I needed someone to play keys, didn't have anyone, so we just swapped out the song, and I just put in She because I had some good feedback about it, but I wasn't actually planning to record it. But then we recorded it, and it's become my favorite song now, because I feel like I feel like it gives back now. It's kind of fun to play with. It was fun to do the video, and it's fun to embrace what I'm saying. Honestly, sometimes that sort of, it feels quite ugly. Just, oh yeah, she's beautiful, not like me, because I feel a bit rubbish, really, putting it politely. And kind of getting that out my system, just that feels really cathartic. So yeah, I enjoy it.
So, are you working on any new music?
Always. Always. So I've been in my car. Well, I am in my car. So I use voice notes a lot, and I always have ideas and sort of put bits and pieces together, and I kind of write according to whatever the original inspiration is, whether it makes sense or not. I kind of, when it comes to piecing the ideas together, then I maybe look at forming it into something a bit more, I guess, with a bit more sort of clarity of what I'm actually saying. But initially, it's just however it comes. But yeah, I always have ideas, and I've got. It's funny because we've got a whole set of material that we're doing live on the tour, and most of it hasn't been recorded yet. So there's plenty yet to come, and I'm always writing. So.
So, I know you performed at the Jam House in Birmingham. So, what was that like to perform at?
The Jam House. Yeah, that was really cool. Played there twice last year. A great experience because it's the Jam House, and there were some really good friends there too, and it felt like a bit of a privilege to play there. Definitely enjoyed that a lot. It'd be nice to play there again. That would be cool.
So, what's it like going on, because you're on your tour now? So, what's it like opening your first night in Cardiff?
Oh my gosh, so so exciting, and also amazing because I had this sort of awareness through the night about how I just feel very lucky because there's a sort of a togetherness. So yes, we get to play our music and the songs, and I love that. I mean, that's the best moment. But there's also there's the support artists, there's the people working at the venue, there's the audience, and bringing everyone together like that for that moment is it feels kind of magical to me. It's quite powerful. So I love that I can do that. It's great, and I love being in Cardiff because I'm from Cardiff. So that was really special to me, and the venue is across the road from the Millennium Stadium, formerly Cardiff Arms Park, which is my first musical experience was seeing Michael Jackson play there when I was, I think, about 9. And that, I can still see it so clearly in my mind. That made a massive impact on me. So I love that we started in the same place. That was awesome.
So, can you tell me more any upcoming gigs on your tour you want to promote?
Yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch. We're in Manchester on the 29th at Lion's Den. Tickets are available online. In fact, I think I've just posted about it today, and if not, then through my Linktree, which is in my bio on Instagram. And we're playing Whitehaven, we're playing Leicester, we're playing Leeds, Liverpool, Bristol. So we're circulating a bit. But yeah, I've got all the dates on the poster on my socials. Yeah, I'm excited for all of those.
And you're also playing at the well-known Hare and Hounds in King's Heath. That must be quite good to play there.
Definitely, that's a great venue. It's a great venue. I played there last year, and it just felt so immersive. The whole sort of setup of the venue, and the sound quality was spot on. I loved the lighting. I loved the whole experience. The green room as well. It was very cool to play. So I'm very excited to circle back, and that's actually where we are going to be finishing the tour. That's our last night, 19th of October. That one. But yeah, I'm very excited to play that as well. I'm probably a bit repetitive because it's all just yeah, I love it. I love all of it.
So what's it like being a independent artist for you?
What's it like being an independent artist? It's I'm so sorry, my phone's buzzing. It's great because I get to have that full self-expression. and I get to do things in the way that I would like to do things. I have some really good people that I work with who give me some guidance on how I go about things, but fundamentally it all lies with me, and I really like that sense of independence. Yeah, that feels like a big thing for me, to be honest. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that way you can plot your own career path, can't you?
Exactly, yeah. And it's funny because nobody comes up and hands me anything, but the fulfillment that I get from taking the initiative, finding my own motivation, you know, I organize things a lot according to, I meditate a lot, and so I work with visions, so whatever the sorts of things that I see when I meditate, sometimes I can see sort of pictures of things, and I had this idea that I wanted to do it all. No one offered me that. I just decided that, oh yeah, this would be a good thing to do, and kind of aligned with some people who could support me in doing that, so we're doing it.
The Beautiful Darkness is on social media. You can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. The address, that's the word I want, the address is at the.beautiful.darkness.music on Instagram and The Beautiful Darkness Music on Facebook. Thanks very much.